What's up, people? It's 1/3 of MediaShinobi, SJ Goes here, and I'm here to review episode 3 of The Walking Dead Isolation. And I know I kind of missed last week's review, so because I had a headache, so let me give you a quick bridge version of what happened last week. It's swine flu. Michonne has baby issues. People got eaten. Carl got his gun back. Tyrese's girlfriend got barbecued. Yeah, and I gotta say, this episode just all sorts of just a downer compared. It's just so depressing and like hopelessness because they got all like you see people getting sick and dying. It just it's so different from like the opening of the season's episode 1 of this season. And also we found out that Glenn has it now, so he could die. That sucks. Sasha, Tyrese's sister, has it. And also Tyrese himself is like a ticking time bomb throughout this whole episode where like we see him before in the past season where he's like pretty much a softie in a way. He doesn't like violence too much, but unless you push him, then he's gonna kick your ass, and that's what he did. He pretty much nearly beat the shit out of Rick, and yeah, he really lost it. He's all sorts of pissed the fact that his girlfriend Karen was burnt alive, or we don't know if she was alive when she was burnt, but she should have she's dead there. So they decided to get everyone from that cell block and put them in their own isolation area. And while Daryl, Michonne, and the new bald black guy whose name escapes me decides to go off and Tyrese decides to go off and go to this veterinarian college where they can get some medicine. They hopefully so they can cure the people who are sick. And yeah, it's I can't say anything else but the fact that it's depressing, and you see people like and also the fact that I gotta give props to Herschel because he knows the fact that he could get sick, but he still decides to help. Because he did pretty much a really awesome speech where he's like anything you do in this world, you can die. No matter what, you can drink water, you die. You can go outside, you could die. But it all depends of how, what are you risking your life for? Like why are you doing this? That's the reason why he's doing it. Where he decides to go into prison and make some tea, so he can bring down them symptoms and hopefully let them live long enough for Daryl and his crew to bring back medicine. And also we see Rick kind of do some sort of police work where he's trying to figure out who killed Karen and the other guy. I think his name is David. And we find out later on who it is, but I'll tell you guys later. I'll leave that for last because it's a big thing. And also back to Daryl's group. While they were driving to get to the college, they let you hear a voice on the radio. Now I'm not really sure what they said, but we just know that fact that there is a voice. Someone broadcasted some kind of message, but before they could actually really hear it, they run into a mob of zombies. And when I mean mob, I mean like millions of them. They're like, I'm not even exaggerating. There's like never been this many zombies on screen before, and they get bombarded. They're trapped. So they decide to just bust out the car and just run like hell. And that's when Tyrese just flips his shit and just like goes crazy with that hammer. And it's pretty reminiscent with the comics, where in the comics he pretty much gets locked in a gym with loads of zombies and he just like beats the shit out of them with this hammer. And like in the comics, he actually survived it. I don't know how he does it, but yeah, he survived. He was pretty busted up. I don't think he got bit. And now Daryl, Michonne, and Tyrese and that black dude whose name escapes me is now on the run. And they have to get to the college, which is apparently 50 miles away from the prison. So now they have no car, and they still have to get to get the medicine. And so yeah, they're in trouble basically. Now the main thing I really want to get to is the fact that we find out who killed Karen, and it turns out to be Carol. I didn't see it coming. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, so it was Carol. She's the one that killed Karen and David, I guess his name. And I was legitimately shocked. I did not see that coming. And apparently her motives are like she would do anything to protect the kids, especially, or just anyone in the prison. And we know the fact that this flu kills, and whoever dies turns into a walker. So I understand her motives, and I feel like But I still feel like she might have jumped the shark and maybe pulled a Carl. Like what, he pulled the trigger too soon because she killed these people. She killed Karen, and yet the infection, I'm guessing she did it to stop the infection or whatever is causing the sickness. But, it didn't stop, and more people are sick. Glenn's sick, Sasha's sick. And I think she does regret it because there's one scene where she just, gets all pissed and flips water tanks and everything. And she still wants to do anything she can to protect people. And I think she does know that she might have jumped the gun and maybe acted too soon. But yeah, now Rick is in a predicament where if he doesn't know if he should tell Tyrese, and we know Tyrese. Hell, beginning of the episode, Tyrese was beating the shit out of Rick, and also I could tell he's still pissed. Tyrese is all sorts of pissed, so I cannot imagine how pissed he'll be if he finds out Carol is the one that did it. So yeah, I don't know. If I was Rick, I would not tell Tyrese. That's my personal opinion because it'll just cause more conflict. But the problem with that is Tyrese wants to know who did it. Throughout the episode, a couple times he pestered Rick and find out who killed Karen. Very emotional, very depressing episode, and also the fact that I'm scared that Glenn and Herschel might die since Glenn is pretty much has a sickness himself and he's at death's doorstep, and Herschel's giving out tea right in isolation, and someone coughs blood right in his face, and he's like, "F it, I'm gonna take off this." So you don't even care. Let me ask you a question, guys. If you guys were Rick, would you tell Tyrese? Honestly, I personally wouldn't. I don't think I can. I don't think I can have to deal with that kind of drama. But yeah, so that's all I gotta say. This is MediaShinobi saying out. Peace.